Hey, what's going on, guys? Ergo here, bringing you another Rust video. This video, I kind of wanted to do something a little bit different. I've actually been trying a lot lately with a little bit of success here and there, but I'm trying to like speed run, trying to get from having nothing to getting red card and doing old rig, really fast. So it took me quite a few attempts, but I eventually got there. So, went and got some cloth, which is the most important. Fought with this dog, took his cloth from him, and then came back to the abandoned cabins to try to get the green card. Found a green card, which I was super thankful for. Not only that, saw this little toolbox and got a bow. Like, that immediately just picks up your speed because you can defend yourself, you can kill animals, do whatever you need to do. Ran by the lighthouse just to pick up some low grade and to do the recycler, which is what we need just so we can start getting going. We got a bunch of cloth already. Was trying to get to the spot where we wanted to build our base. Ran over and saw this little empty shack, so I was like, oh well, see if there's anything good. Nothing too crazy, but free loot boxes. If you're trying to like speed run, you gotta get as much as you can as quick as you can. Found a horse, which makes it even better. So get into places we need to go to. Had the green card, hit some trees for a little bit. Went to the recycler at Sewer Branch, and at Sewer Branch I ended up finding a fuse, which makes this so much better. Now we can actually just get our blue card. So this is all within 10 minutes. Like, I haven't even done that much and I'm already picking up all this stuff. So, I'm trying to play fast. Ran over to Outpost to get stuff to build a base and also buy a blue card. So I literally already have green card and blue card within, I'd say, 20 minutes. So speed so far is going really great. I'm pretty happy with the progress I've made in such a short amount of time. Started just dropping all my stuff out because I wanted to go farm real quick. Did a little bit of farming and also headed over to train yard. Got our red card, picked up all these items and stuff. Like, this is all already within 30 minutes. Like, not even that far into the wipe. I already have green card, blue card, and red card. And it's the hard part of the wipe where everybody just started because it had literally wiped when I got on. So I feel like I'm doing pretty great. Got a bunch of stuff, went in and recycled. Came back to the base, dropped everything off. Started making our compound bow, It's time to hit the oil rig. Now, the sucky part, this is where it killed most of my time. Somebody had just done oil rig as I was getting in my boat. And I didn't want to do large oil rig just because it takes so long. So, ended up going to oil rig after it spawned. Somebody dropped a gun for us, so this is going even better, I have a bow and a gun now. I was going to do it with just a compound bow, but got a gun, and this is going to be really easy. So far, I haven't got anything too amazing. We got the gun from the beginning, that's about it. We got a Thompson, so now we're getting started. We got one gun, or we got two guns so far. So literally, this is probably an hour and a half into the wipe. An hour and a half into the wipe, we got Expo ammo, freaking Thompson, this gun, killed some more scientists, and we got an MP5 also. Now, we're stacked. So I'd say so far we're having a pretty successful speed run. I'd actually challenge you guys to try this, see how fast you can, get to guns, get everything you need. And look, even more guns. We got LRs, another MP5. Like, I think this is the way to go, honestly. Like, people spend so much time running around, just trying to farm and not getting a whole lot of progress. So I think, honestly, running the monuments as fast as you can and getting everything that you can makes it way easier. Now, another part of our speedrun that I wanted to do was raid. So I found this base right next to me. After sitting about outside for like a minute or two, he decided to come out.
That's toxic, bro.
Honestly, he should have like had more than one door. He's got plenty of resources and stuff in here. So break his bag, and within 2 hours of the wipe, we've already raided, done all a rig, and have 6 guns already. So took some stuff, came back with the Expo ammo that we actually got, and then after that, just pulled out our Yoka. And look, this guy had so much stuff, and we had just started too. Took some trophies, have his little Santa thing. That's actually something that I had a lot of fun doing this wipe. Was picking up people's furnaces that all had like skins and stuff. Because most of my stuff, I almost have no skins. So picking up their skins was a lot of fun for me. Now this guy, I felt kind of bad for killing him, The only reason that I did was because he was literally right next to my base. And I don't like having neighbors. It makes it harder. They end up trying to fight you when you're like running by. And actually, probably in the third video that I'm going to put out, you guys will see why, it was a good idea to kill all these neighbors that were next to me. So, ended up researching our flamethrower, which you guys know, if you've seen my other videos, that's so useful. Probably the best way to raid, in my opinion, if possible. So, found another guy. Only reason we killed this guy was just because he was right next to a place we wanted to raid. This huge wooden base. Like, I don't know what this guy was doing. But in my head, he's like, alright, he must have a bunch of resources. Like, there's no way he doesn't with this much, like, in a wooden base. Like, he's going to have huge upkeep. And so I was like, alright, we'll raid this guy. Get through his door. Get to his TC. Nothing. That was like, come on, dude. I mean, it's fine. It's just, I only wasted, some low grade, and it's pretty easy to get. Found another base nearby. He had some pretty decent stuff. He had some wood, nothing too crazy. Had a decent amount of sulfur and stone, which would help us later on to upgrade our base. So it's nice just to do it, just because we don't have to spend the time farming. To like flame raid takes maybe 2 to 3 minutes, and look, we've gotten all this stuff from flame raiding some people. Decided to go to train yard to get the red card. At first I was like, what is this guy holding? And it was just a rock. I mean, like, he has all this stuff. He like has green card, blue card, ran to train yard, and he's only carrying a rock. I don't understand how he has that much stuff. It didn't make any sense to me. So anyway, started running outside. I was gonna go farm. Some random guys just hitting nodes outside my base. And it's the guy we killed earlier, but he had so much stuff on him too, like, I don't know. I don't know what these people are doing. So decided to recycle and go to the refinery just so I could get some more low grade to raid some people. Picked up all my stuff. Went back, grabbed this too. Depoted. Got ready for another flame raid. Like, flamethrower is probably the most useful item, probably right at the like first day, because everybody's trying to get started. Everybody has a bunch of resources that they haven't used yet because they're trying to farm, but at the same time they don't want to use all the resources just yet because they're still trying to figure out what to do. And because of that, if you can flame raid them, like, you're gonna get all the resources that they haven't used yet, because everybody starts with small bases and just jam packs it with a bunch of stuff. So I'm in here going through all this stuff. So far I've gotten a decent amount of stuff. 1,000 metal frags, some components, but I know that he's gonna have more stuff in his TC. So it's like, alright, just finish flame raiding this TC and we'll see what he's got. And look, dude, this guy has like 2.7k sulfur, bunch of wood. Bring it back to my base. I'm literally just like full now of how much stuff I had. And look, all these gear sets that I've gotten just from doing... Oh, what had just happened, I had just killed 2 fully kitted guys, and that's why I had all those gear sets. Unlucky for me, I wasn't recording because I was doing something and I forgot to press the record button. So that kind of sucks that I couldn't show you guys, but I got a bunch of stuff out of that. Flame raided this guy, and look, people are just stacked. And he's not sleeping here, so he's definitely online somewhere. Who knows where. But people just have so much stuff. I got all this food that's going to, like, help me for the rest of the wipe. Like, flamethrower is definitely the way to go. If you ever find one, make and just raid everybody. Look, all the sulfur, stone, and look, my box is literally just full. And I haven't even farmed that much. Literally, most of the sulfur I've gotten is just from people. So there's this little bit, not this little bit island, it's pretty big actually, that I kind of wanted to take over. That was kind of my intention for the wipe at the beginning. I ended up not doing it, but the reason I'm raiding this guy, or looking at his base at least, is because I wanted to take over that whole island and just literally put a bunch of walls around it and not let anybody in. But so far it looked like he was building. I killed him once already, so I was like, alright, how can I get into this base? Break his honeycomb just to see if he's actually honeycombing, and he was. So like, okay, maybe not that way. But over here, like, people do this all the time. They do these windows, but they make it easy to eco raid. So I was like, okay, I'll eco raid and get some satchels. This should be a pretty easy raid. Went out to farm some wood. Made some gunpowder. I already have a bunch of gunpowder, but I just made more just to make these satchels. Came back, and this is probably the most useful thing that I like to do is making stashes. Because you never know who's going to roll up on you and try to kill you. So if you're going to eco raid, I definitely suggest putting your stuff in a stash. That way, when you're eco raiding, you get killed, you don't lose a bunch of stuff. Because you get kind of distracted when you try to eco raid. So, made it through his little wall, and it's time to raid his doors. So, I had known he only had 2 doors because when I heard him go in and out, I only heard 2 doors open and close. So I was like, okay, it shouldn't be too bad. Got through the 2 doors. Made it through. Had some trouble going into the window. He had a okay amount of metal ore in here, so I was like, okay, maybe he has something. I was really hoping he had stuff. He had so many boxes in here. I was like, dude, this guy's gonna be loaded. So TC's locked, of course. Broke his bag just to make sure he didn't spawn him while I was in here. He had a lot of components and some oil or some low or crude oil, which wasn't bad. But all these other boxes ended up being empty. I'm like, dude, that kind of sucked. Now, it wasn't really worth it to me. I was like, well, I didn't get a whole lot out of it. But at the time, it was just because I still had the thought of trying to take over the whole island. It's like, it's whatever. You know, I got another person off the island. Threw a satchel on here. Should have brought my flamethrower, but it's fine. I had so much gunpowder and sulfur, it didn't really even matter anyways. He didn't have too much. I was kind of disappointed. Didn't really work out the way I wanted to, but it's fine. So right after that, you know, just grabbed the things that I wanted. Started building doors just so nobody would come in. Took my trophies as usual. Like, I'm not even kidding. I had so much fun just looking at my base and seeing like all the different boxes and furnaces I had. Decided to go farm for a little bit and end up running into these guys. Now, keep in mind, I play on solo-only servers, so I hate seeing cheaters, absolutely. And these guys didn't have a whole lot, but either way, dude, like, they're just taking advantage of 2 of them versus everybody else. Like, I hate that stuff. Now, I've had another video where I got these teamers and cheaters banned, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna rate these guys. I hate when people do this stuff. So, I was looking at the base, figuring out, all right, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna put a bag down, just in case something happens. But I'm definitely gonna come back with my flamethrower and kill these guys because I hate it when people do this stuff. So got my flamethrower, came back, and it was time to get to work. Now, I try to get in contact with the admins and stuff like that, but they weren't online at the moment, so I was like, all right, I just gotta deal with the problem myself. I don't know why I didn't turn on my flashlight before I started shooting at him. I could have like seen him way better, but it's fine. Killed him. Um, and sometimes I just can't believe the audacity of some of these guys. You know, like, come on, what are you guys doing?
GG, bro. GG, bro. GG. Me up.
He has the audacity to ask me to pick him up. I'm like, dude, really? They know they're cheating. They know they're on a solo only server, and they still, you know, trying to do dumb stuff.
Chill. I don't have anything.
But see, that didn't matter to me. All right, these guys are cheating. I don't care if they don't have anything. I'm gonna raid them take all their things and try to make sure they don't ever get back on the server. So ended up taking all the things. They obviously didn't have anything, but I didn't care. It didn't matter to me. So after that, I went back to the refinery. I want to get more low grade because I've been using so much raiding people. And later on, I did end up reporting to the admins and getting them banned, which was great. You know, I love seeing people get banned that shouldn't be doing what they're doing. So I ended up hearing footsteps here at the refinery, so I went to go check it out. This guy was just hiding in here for like minutes, dude. Like for a while, he was just hanging out. They didn't want to push me, so I was like, fine, you know what? I'll push him. I don't care. This guy, though, would end up becoming not necessarily the bane of our existence, but a big part in our video later on. Like, some of the stuff that ended up happening between me and him would end up being pretty fun, but you guys will see on the later video. So, picked up my low grade, depoted everything, and called it a night for that part. So, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, like, comment, and subscribe. I have 3 more parts coming out for this video series, and it's probably the most fun I've had on a wipe. So be sure to check it out, and I'll see you guys later.